Paisans and Goombas! This is the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. Today, we're pitting two culinary giants head-to-head for a battle over control of the Mediterranean pasta supply. In this corner, for $7.99, we have Pasta Revolution from America's Test Kitchen. 200 foolproof recipes that go beyond spaghetti and meatballs. And in this corner, for $2.99, we have Everyday Pasta by Giada DiLaurentiis, author and host of Everyday Italian on Food Network. Okay, that's a little dramatic, but at the Thrift Store Rundown, we take ownership and pride in having a bit of a flair for the dramatic. It never really occurred to me to pit America's Test Kitchen against some other culinary personality or giant in the food world until I bought Everyday Pasta by Giada DiLaurentiis from the Red, White, and Blue thrift store here in Patterson, but a little bit farther from home. It's on McLean Boulevard. Unique also had Everyday Pasta. They had it for the past few days, but I also bought Pasta Revolution from there. So this one came first, and this came second, so we're gonna start here. The idea came to mind, and so we're putting these two culinary giants against each other over a staple in your pantry that many families and couples and single folk turn to when absolutely nothing else will do for dinner or lunch, and that's pasta. It was a staple of the Great Depression and something that a lot of families ate usually every single day, often with one ingredient or two, or nothing at all, with just simple dressing, simple seasonings. Of course, we no longer live in the Great Depression, and what came out of that was these two awesome cookbooks. So let's get started. The one recipe I'm going to show you in here from Skillet Pastas, which is one of several chapters, is the Bachelor Spaghetti with sausage, peppers, and onions. You've heard about that recipe before in one of their other cookbooks which we reviewed on this channel, and for good reason. Quick plug, in 10 days, we're doing the Bachelorette Christmas special on Thrift Store Rundown. Christmas morning, 9 a.m. Be ready. It's all about days of wine and roses. That reminds me, make sure you have plenty of wine bottles around for a lot of these recipes. That's mostly in the Everyday Pasta cookbook, but we'll get to that one later. We finally have a photograph of the Bachelor Spaghetti with sausage, peppers, and onions. It's all in the name, Bachelor Spaghetti. I mean, could there be any more deliciously perfect option if you want to fancy up your bachelor viewing parties? Again, Christmas morning, 9 a.m., don't miss it. 200 recipes that go beyond spaghetti and meatballs, plus helpful tips, tricks, and advice for how to perfect your pasta prep, like matching each pasta shape with the right sauce, and debunking old wives' tales about prepping pasta. Like a pot of hot tap water boiling much more quickly than a pot of cold tap water. 1. Cooking pasta in gently simmering water rather than water or only boil prevents boilovers after you add the pasta. Not true. It's because of the size of the pot that there's boilovers. A large 6-quart pot is best. And of course, everybody knows to salt the water before you put the pasta in, because the pasta will absorb the salt. It will season the water. The pasta will taste somewhat flavored before you pair it with a sauce or something else. There's also a section on how to cook pasta correctly and the right equipment and tools needed for the job, like a Dutch oven or a skillet for the sauce, tongs, rubber spatula, garlic press, cheese graters, colander, spider skimmer, wooden and slotted spoons, a fine mesh strainer, and a ladle. All the right tools for the job. There's a video on how to cook pasta right. It's from America's Test Kitchen's YouTube channel. I'll link that below. Now this book is a globetrotter. This goes way beyond the Mediterranean. You like something from Germany or Hungary? I'm sure there's beef goulash and skillet beef stroganoff. If you are a red-blooded patriot, I'm sure you'll appreciate our American casseroles, tuna noodle, hamburger elbow macaroni, and of course, mac and cheese. Oh, and BLT pasta, even though it's not pictured here. Oh yeah, it is! I thought this was the farfalle. Nope, it's right here. BLT pasta, because we Americans absolutely adore our BLT. Of course, here's pasta for two. I mean, couples will definitely appreciate this. The one thing that the Thrift Store Rundown stresses a lot is that the way to anybody's heart, man or woman, is 95% of the time through their stomach. He or she will appreciate the effort, and if not, let him have the drive-through. At the end, you're the one that's gonna come out on top with full flavored meals, even though they're only gonna serve you if you didn't make the effort as perceived by your partner on a date night in. Plus, this book makes great use of whole wheat pasta, and there are more than 50 recipes that are lighter options, like the bachelor spaghetti with sauces and peppers. You see the lighter option label on the top of every page that contains a lighter option recipe. There are more than 50 of them, under 600 calories or less, and under 14 grams of fat. As long as you don't mind the carbs in this, there's a decent amount of carbs. Plus, there are side recipes, ingredient prep tips, all the stuff that makes America's Test Kitchen awesome in my book. And here is the section on matching pasta shapes and sauces. Once again, you can look at this feature in the book, or you can search their YouTube channel, and I'll spare you the trouble of doing so. The video is in the description below, so check that out. Put away all your preconceived notions about pasta. The test cooks from America's Test Kitchen have stepped up to the stove to take a fresh look at everything pasta, taking nothing for granted and putting everything to the test. The results? New techniques, modern flavors, fresh ways with casseroles, and a host of easier and sometimes lighter takes on the classics. For our easiest ever lasagna, just alternate no-boil lasagna noodles with a no-cook sauce, cheese, and crumbled sauces in a baking dish. Once baked, your noodles will be tender and saucy and smothered with gooey cheese. Tired of quick pasta dishes with lackluster flavor? For our pasta plus 5 ingredients, every ingredient counts, and many pull double duty. In one penne dish, we used herb and cheese-flavored boursin, or boursin cheese, to make the sauce creamy and eliminate the need for extra aromatics. Finally, pasta night is back, and better than ever. Folks, we are not in the Great Depression anymore. And there's the cast, who I adore with all of my greasy little cheese-covered heart. Chris, Bowtie Guy, Adam, Jack, Julia, and Bridget. Pasta Revolution. That's a champion in and out of itself, but since it's going head-to-head with everyday pasta for the championship, let's take a look inside. I promise to be fair with both of these reviews. Now, this is 100% pure Italian. Ravioli, manicotti, orecchiette, gnocchi, lasagna, you name it. If it's related to Italy, it's in here in terms of pasta. This is 100% everyday Italian, just like the author, like the chef, like the show of the same name on Food Network, which again, we have not only the cookbook for, but also a 3-disc DVD set. And I'll leave that below in the description too. This also offers up side dishes, classic pasta sauces, the basics, tips and tricks on how to perfect your pasta prep to make it more streamlined, cut time but not skimp on flavor, and of course, anti-pasti recipes as well, because they're synonyms. Go bigger. In everyday pasta, Giada DiLaurentiis shares more than 100 of her favorite pasta-based Italian recipes, including antipasti, something on the side, soups and salads, hearty pastas on the lighter side, like ATK, because if you want to know how she keeps her figure like this, and still cooks and makes all of this wondrous food, if she didn't reveal her secrets, and this being one of her secrets, there would have been a rightful outrage. Quick and easy weeknight pastas, and pasta for special occasions. So, let's do a comparison. I got this for a much lower price. This again was $2.99. I got this for $7.99. Retail price for Pasta Revolution is $26.95 US, which is actually lower than Everyday Pasta by Giada DiLaurentiis. For that, it's $32.50 and $39.95 in Canada. Pasta Revolution is a globe-trotting cookbook scanning the world for wondrous pasta recipes. Everyday Pasta, again, is 100% Italian. Plus, there are complaints of Giada being the Italian lady with the giant head on Food Network. Her head isn't that giant. And if it is, well, it's only eclipsed by the size of her knowledge of anything and everything related to Italian cuisine. Plus, I won't be the first to tell you that she's really hot. So those two factors make this book shine as well. But overall, I'm gonna say it's a tie. I love both of these cookbooks. They both get 5 claps, which really, if you add it up, is a 10 out of 10. If you're freaked out by fettuccine and still want to become an Alfredo aficionado, it will do you good to purchase either one or both of these cookbooks. Grazie, my dear friends. That's the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. Thanks for watching.